And we are rolling. We are live. It is, what is it, Wednesday? 10 o'clock. And, usually you should be gassed up and pumped up for the game. And of course we are. But then you get struck by some sad news, very, very sad news that the Queen of Pop, Tina Turner, has passed away of the age of 83. She's been battling cancer since 2016, and I have very fond memory of Tina Turner since I grew up in the 80s. And so many of you can relate to the song Simply the Best. And she was the queen of pop. She was just unstoppable. Her energy, like Power Hour, like, Botswana Papi, similar energy, but, I must say like at least 40 years older. But, I want to add on to the stream my scintillating guest, because we are here also to talk about the important game about tomorrow. Definitely, we're playing Chelsea. Fat Frank is coming to town with his broken squad. Obviously, they have 10 outs injuries minimum. But, yeah, just going to pull them in one by one. Welcome to the Streamfield. Standish, how are you doing?
Good evening. How are we doing? You all right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
also,
I'm really good,
it's a little bit sad. Jarvis, how are you doing? You're on mute, Jarvis.
Big up, Captain. I'm here, ready to go.
You're here, ready to go.
Yes.
Well, I got one more. Knock, knock. He's the energy of Tina Turner, and his name is Football Power Hour.
Hey, what's good?
What's cooking?
Good evening.
How you doing, mate? All good?
Chilling.
We
How
are
you guys
full
doing?
house today, guys. We're full house, full panel. It's been a hot minute. Phil Standish, guys, amazing. But still, guys, I don't care about copyright. We have to do this. Just a tribute for the Queen of Pop that passed away just a couple of hours ago, Tina Turner. We salute you.
Tina.
Oh, what's going on here?
I'm Tina.
I'm Mickey. Well, guys, it is sad. Simply the best. She was simply the best. And I got goosebumps just by hearing this news. Anyway, we usually start things positive, but, this hit me like just about an hour ago. Like, she passed away. And yesterday, Jarvis, you remember we were sitting doing a live stream and I was singing this song, Simply the Best. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
It was weird. And then today she passed away. I should never have sung that song. Anyway, big up for Tina Turner for everything you've done for the music.
What's love got to do with it is my favorite.
That's it. What's love got to do? Got to do with it. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
Yeah.
Oh, damn! That we at least started, guys. How you doing, Botswana Papi? How's it going? All the way from the USA.
I'm well. I'm swell. I'm excited for tomorrow. I know that we have at least a point to fight for, so we have to put up a fight tomorrow. I'm excited. Chelsea have less to fight for, so I'm feeling confident about tomorrow.
You're feeling confident, Phil. You know what? We got to steal all the 3 cookies from Fat Frank, so he needs to go and diet. What do you reckon? Are we gonna make it?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, when you look at the way Chelsea's been playing this season, there have been an absolute shambles. They remind me of what City did under Mark Hughes. When they were first bought out with the millions, they came in with all these big names and they didn't know how to deal with it. They did need time to gel, and they took a few years to gel. Now, I'm not saying Chelsea will take a few years to gel, but they clearly have ripped the heart out of the club, and I hope that our new owners don't do the same, because they've just kind of gone, you've seen the likes of Mount and stuff, who has been great, and I know he's been linked to United, and there's various opinions on that as well, but you know, the likes of him, who's been great for Chelsea for years, and he's only 24 years old, and he's hardly been seen because the new superstars have come in. It's like, well, what about the team around? You know, when you look at what Eddie Howe's done at Newcastle, he's done it absolutely spot on. Whether that was because his hands were tied and he couldn't get the players in, or it was because of financial fair play, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's done it right. He's kept the club. He's kept the players who've brought them to where they were. And then he's added strength and goals to the squad as well. Whereas Chelsea just kind of ripped it apart. 3 managers in a season, really poor. So if we really should get the win tomorrow at Old Trafford as well. Tenhag, we will create the chances, but we'll take them.
I mean, I'm saying I'm going to go to Jarvis on this one. But guys, you are the most important as usual. You are the VR rooms. If we are foul, you know, you can give us the red card. You understand? Or yellow card. But you know what? That reminds me, Jarvis, a little bit of a Ed Woodward 2.0 on crack or speed or something, right? Doesn't it, right? You go in and sign players, like, you know, without even consulting with your manager, and you sack 3 managers in almost a season. You know, you end up like, you know, sacking Tuchel that got you a Champions League trophy to go into Harry Potter that couldn't even swing his wand. And then you end up with Frank Lampard. What's going on, Jarvis?
Yeah, you know, it's a comedy or a tragedy or what you want to call it, because I don't think he have ever run the club before. He don't know how to do it. And he's taking all the decisions by himself, and he's a novice. He doesn't know how to do it. He spends, I don't know, is it 400 or 600 millions in this window?
Should I sing? 400 million down the drain. Todd Bowley is fucking insane.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, man, seriously.
It's ridiculous. It's insane. It's absurd. Everything is absurd with Chelsea at the moment, and they have a tradition of sacking managers. But you know,
they do.
Now,
but the
now
biggest
they
mistake
are
that they
going
did was
insane,
to
it
get rid of. Biggest mistake, Jarvis, and Football Power Hour. It was to get rid of Marina, right? Well, Marina Sakskova, something like, she was the best sporting director and negotiator in the business. The deals she managed to pull through, unbelievable. You know, but he was kind of like an ego. I'm going to be the sporting director. I'm going to be the team massage, the team doctor, the team psychologist, everything, like one-man band. It clearly doesn't work, Pappi. So basically, it is like a open heart surgery, like Ragnick did, but too much. You know, you can't like, you know, recruit 8 players in one season. You know, you got to embed everyone. Everyone's going to understand your playing tactics. And top of that, you sack 3 managers. Pappi, we talk about this anatomy. You know what I mean? This, you know, if
I know about the anatomy, bro. So it's like exactly riffing off of what Phil said. It's like Chelsea have been the learning punching bag for everybody of like, hey, if you're trying to overhaul a club, you have to be systematic and tactful and very strategic about it, and you have to know that it's not an overnight thing. And you said getting rid of Petr Cech as well. That's the whole thing of like,
they understood the culture of the club.
It's very informative for us as Man United, who are about to enter a new frontier, new phase, where we have to be able to know that like change is going to come, but it's not going to come today. It's going to come in segments, and it's going to come in little bits. So it's like getting rid of the backroom stuff is an important part of change, but you have to make sure that you are getting rid of the right people at the right time, and so forth. So Chelsea and Nottingham Forest have been a very, very good learning point for all of us.
Oh, Phil, I mean, if we look back when we started this season, you and me, when we started this, I started solo, I met you, and then we started to kick on the streams. Remember, like every pundit was saying, like, you know, in the beginning of the season, they were saying, oh, they were tipping Chelsea to finish 3rd, 2nd. Where are they now?
They were buying them 11th, 12th, something like that. They were, you know, they were buying the players who everyone else was linked to. You know, the likes of Enzo Fernandez were supposed to be going to United, but we couldn't do it because of the financial situation. And Bowley went, yeah, we'll have him. And then
you know what it is, mate.
What's his name up front?
Mudryk.
Striker from Atletico Madrid. Name escapes me. He's
Felix.
at Chelsea.
Oh, Felix.
Joe
Felix,
Felix,
thank you, Joe Felix. We almost had that deal done. Let's be honest. He was coming to United, and Chelsea went, "You want how much more? Yeah, we'll give you another 5 million. Here's another 5 million." And literally everybody who people wanted, they didn't have a structure. They didn't have a plan. They didn't say that player will fit our team, because it was like, United want it. They must be good. Let's get them. Let's get them quick. Let's get them in.
Yeah.
You know,
I have an analogy, gents, if you allow me to. You know, you know what Todd Bowley is? Everyone has it in your friendship. You have this annoying mate that always goes out for the girlfriend that you're after, right? You tell him this.
I'm
like,
married.
You know, yeah. You say,
I want her. I want
yeah.
her.
Yeah, you go like, you know, I really like her, and you go to the party, and then you see your mate is all over that girl, trying to sort of hook her up just to as a competition. This is Todd Bowley, right? He doesn't have a clear plan. He doesn't have a strategy. He just goes after what everyone else thinks is just a shining thing, the next thing, right? So clearly saw that, like, you know, with Mudryk, like Arsenal was almost getting it done. All of a sudden, Todd Bowley sweeps in, boom, pays 90 million, and plus a 7-year contract.
Mick, Chelsea's entire transfer strategy was pretty much that. They were hijacked by Barcelona, and then they went on a spree where they were hijacking every Premier League deal that is there for any rumor. Todd Bowley was almost as if he's looking at who's trending on Twitter on the transfer rumor mill. And Tinder. That, and you know, so he's famous. There's this phrase that's synonymous with Todd Bowley now, that we are here to have a meal. And you know, he's a guy who travels and goes to, I mean, props to him though, he gets things done. He's an owner that he gives a manager a blank check and gets things done.
But imagine, Jarvis, you're whining and dining this beautiful girl of your dream. I know you're married, just an analogy, right? You say, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. All of a sudden, Todd Bowley walks in and buys her the champagne and VIP and limousine service all the way to the hotel. You come on. So what happened? Right? No, it's ironical. And the thing is, like, we're allowed to criticize and laugh about it, because at the end of the day, you spend over 400 billions and you have no structure, no cohesion. And at the end of the day, like come January, come summer, you can't even buy anything. So you went all in, like the financial levers like Barcelona. They sold the kids. And now he has to sell a lot of players. And now he have to also bring back Lukaku.
The thing is, Lukaku wants to stay. He wants to stay at Inter, doesn't he?
But that is a shamble, Phil.
Yeah.
Lukaku story. How the hell you buy him for 100 million for Inter? He spits his dummy out. 1 year later, he's back in Inter. What a clever piece of business.
Sounds like Pogba all over.
He might come back as a World Cup winner, though. So
a World Cup? You mean the Champions League winner?
I mean, Champions League winner.
Yeah. Since when has Lukaku performed in big games? That's why they call him Big Game Lukaku.
Well, let's hope he does against City, eh?
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yeah, true. So, gentlemen, all good in the hood. How is the VR road doing? What's the pulse? I mean, sorry, we had to start the tribute to Tina
so
Turner.
I've been dropping a few little comments in that kind of related to things we were talking about as we were talking about it. I'm going to quickly go back through some of them. I'm not going to read them all out because there's so many. I've been popping them up on the screen. Brandy was saying, even Fabrizio said the Mount uses it as legs. Is he mad? And then Jamie's responded saying, you know, under tenhag, imagine the player Mount could be when you look at what he's done to revive Wan-Bissaka's career. You know, Google this saying, don't believe any news coming out at the moment. New owners will the targets. No, the targets won't be true. Truths, everyone's inventing stories at the moment. They are absolutely. But we do know that Fabrizio does usually do a little bit of extra research instead of just jumping on the latest story. So I'm not saying he's right, but he does. I'm sure there is a little bit of legs in there and possibly some interest, but how much is a different matter. Cooper Andy saying we don't want Mount, we need Caicedo, De Jong, Kane. Enough mediocre English players. Yeah, Kane is English.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Guys, I did a new presser conference reaction.
So is Mason Mount.
Yeah. I did a stream this afternoon. It was supposed to be just a 15 minutes, but it ended up like 40 because the community was mad, right? And it was such a good energy. I saw you guys in the chat as well. So here's the thing, right? Pochettino is coming to Chelsea. Poch, Kane, that's a marriage, right? They always, I mean, don't you think there's a possibility that, like, Kane, Poch comes in and sells a lot of players, like, and say, I want a striker. And the only striker that I know that I want is Harry Kane. What do you reckon?
Who is he going to be able to sell from Chelsea to get his money back? He can't sell the big signings that's just come in. I mean, the rumour on João Felix, and it's another rumour, there's so many at the moment. The João Felix wants to go to United where he wanted to go in the first place. Whether that comes off, I don't know. But I still quite like him. I think he's still young. I still think he's got the...
But how has he done at Chelsea, though, Phil?
But how's anybody done at Chelsea? I don't think you can use Chelsea as an example this season, Again, we've just been saying that they've thrown all these players together with no understanding of anything and no plan. 3 managers in one season, it's hard for anyone to adapt to. Different styles, different, everything. So, yeah, I think, whilst Chelsea do need to sell, who can they sell to make big money from? Because all they're going to have to bring a lot more. And not only that, if they want to convince other players that, come and join us, they've got to come and join something.
But that's why
you've got the likes potentially on the brink of United, City, Newcastle now, who are playing really good football, Brighton, who are playing fantastic football, who are all in European competition, which Chelsea can't offer. It doesn't matter how much money you've got, you can't offer it. And you've got another European Cup coming up, or European Cup coming up next year. So people want to be in the manager's eyes for the national teams as well. And if they're not playing in Champions League, which is the big competition, or maybe Europa, then they've got a lot less chance. I mean, when we were in Europa, under Moyes, we got Mata, and that was a big signing for us at the time. We overpaid for him, we know we did, but he was our marquee signing who said, I believe in the future, not in where we are right now. And Chelsea's got to convince people of that. They've got to be able to come in and say, you're joining the project. You're not joining where we are right now. But then, as Tenhag's already been saying in his pressers, the big names are ready to join United right now.
Here's the thing, though, guys. It is very common, Diane, because Chelsea needs to sell. They put a list out, right? So the ones that I see is Loftus-Cheek, Mount being on the list. This is a valuable asset. Who else? Broja. What's his name? Armando Broja. There's a couple of few that need to offload. And it's very common in the transfer, when the transfer window is, the agent goes out and testing the waters, offering the player to all these clubs. Yeah. So he might have had a conversation with John Murtough and company. He had a conversation with Chelsea, with Tottenham, with everyone, basically, just to find, because you just don't put one egg in one basket. You're trying out to all different clubs and whoever wants it. That is the job of the agent, by the way. So yes, he might have had a conversation with United, but is it true that we want him? We don't know. And at the end of the day, it's Erik ten Hag's list that matters. So I don't know. I don't rate him that much, but as what you guys said, he had a tough time. Like, he was doing well under Frank Lampard's first season. Then he was not favored by Tuchel. Was not favored by what's his name, Harry Potter. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we need better, according to my opinion. But however, if we're looking for squad depth, why not? Depends on what we're going to get for it. Google this. Welcome. Yeah,
Box is responding. Sorry, Google is responding to Box. Issue with Mount is he's similar to both Bruno and Eriksen. I don't think Erik ten Hag will want 3 players for that position.
No,
I think you're right, but I think the other thing you've got to remember is we've got an aging squad. So whilst we've got quality and experience in Eriksen and Casemiro, they are getting towards the end of their career, and we need to be building and having those players in your squad to be able to learn from is invaluable experience that you can't get once they've gone. When you think of, I forgot it. I'll come back to it later. The guy who Fergie got for half a season, Henrik Larsson, and he was.
There's only one Henrik Larsson.
He was at the very end of his career, and he was Rooney, who was like at the pinnacle of his career at the time, was just lapping up what he could gain from him in those 6 months. So what can the likes of Mount or someone else learn from the likes of Eriksen and Casemiro in a short period of time?
It's going to be a mad season, to be honest. It's going to be a very mad transfer season. You're going to see something mad on the transfer market once we have new owners in. Right? No more glazes to block the transfers of the manager's first choice. And this is why I'm excited about, right? Felix is there on loan, correct? Yes, he is. He's back on loan. Will he go back to Atletico Madrid? I don't think so. He's apparently he fell out with Simeone, right?
Yeah.
So that is the reason why he went on loan. So will he stay? Will he not? I mean, can they afford to buy him? Can they loan him up another season? Don't know, to be honest, right? But anyway, so they are coming to Old Trafford. You know, the way Jarvis, what's the squad looking like? And in terms of the injuries, like this afternoon, I did a stream and I was looking at the team news and I got a shock. Like, you know, you have Kovac is out, you have Mason Mount is out. Who else? Cucurella.
Chilwell is injured. Cucurella, Chalobah, Reece James, 𝑴𝒄𝒌. Yeah. That's
Holy moly.
Also, N'Golo Kante is a doubt as well.
Yeah. Mason Mount is out. Kovacic is out. You have Kante and Broja. So there's not many players left. They only have
so
55.
Broja is also a doubt, by the way. He's got a knee injury. Armando Broja.
Yeah, I said that, Broja. Bro, so wait a minute. The only thing that I am a little bit sorry about, it's the Enzo Fernandez. You know, why did you sign up for that project for 7 years contract? You know, that's the thing. Like, you're stuck there for 7 years, mate. You know, you're stuck in that team, and tomorrow Enzo Fernandez is going to be able to carry that midfield. But who else is going to play with in that midfield? What options do they have? Kovac is not there. Kante is not there. Gallagher,
Loftus-Cheek.
That's
maybe we see Pulisic. Not in the midfield.
That Mudryk is currently trending due to disrespecting a guy that was trying to work out. Imagine paying 90 million for some guy whose only claim fame is a bad tweet. Yeah, I mean, that's what we were saying. He's an A train, you know, like a baby Traore from Oil Me Up. What's his name? Adama Traore with no end product. He's faster than A Train. You know what I mean? If you've seen that The Boys, that TV show, A Train. Now, but seriously, like, you know, this is typical, like Todd Bowley, what he did, like, because Arsenal was in for him, and then all of a sudden, like, boom. So anyway, now he's a good player, but like, you know, 90 million for a player that played in the Ukrainian league for what? Donetsk, I think it was, Shakhtar. Todd Bowley, like Oprah on acid. You got a car. You got a car. Yeah, even you know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looks like a better manager than actually Frank Lampard, because it's similar situation. You know, Frank was given the keys to the red Ferrari, but he crashed it, and now he got it back a second time to drive it. You know, it's ridiculous, right? So. Ole is the worst thing that I have at her club. And no, I don't think so. You know, the thing is, I don't want to offend my Norwegian colleague here, but Ole was a fantastic player, right? And it was never meant to be that he will have the full-time job. So there was the problem, like, you know, with the fan base. He was doing well, the manager bounced, and everyone was singing his praise. Give him the job, give him the job. As soon as they gave him the contract, instead of waiting to the end of the season and discuss it, they gave him the contract and the wheels fell off.
Yeah, Manenza says that he didn't agree as well, and I don't agree. I mean, I think Ollie did a pretty good job. We had some great results under him. We saw some great football under him.
Yeah,
you know,
we came to the Europa League final
when he needed to be. I think he ran out. He did run out of ideas.
Yeah,
you know, you did see many games where his tactical astuteness was a bit low, where you think more experience, he'd have a better chance, but. We know that, you know, like the Frank situation, the only way you can compare him to Frank is the fact that it was brought in to someone to appease the fans, thinking it will get them back on side and stuff like that. So,
yeah. But Phil, the difference is that, you know, he took us to Europa League final, and remember.
Oh no, I'm saying the only way you can compare the two, that a lot of people naturally do, is that natural link.
And I will never forget the PSG game, like no, the Champions League night, with Lukaku late goal and everything, right? And Tuanzebe pocketing like Mbappe. That was like an Ollie
Phenomenal.
game.
Phenomenal.
That was mad. But I will never forget that final, like Sevilla, like when it went to 11 or 13 kicks and David De Gea was the final kicker, right? But that was kind of like he played a little bit chicken there, like he could have done it better, but I don't know. He didn't wait. He waited with the substitutions. I don't know. Levy doesn't want to deal with Chelsea. Yeah, Levy doesn't want to deal with anyone, box, to be honest.
No, I think you're talking about the Kane situation, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm referring to that. So the most sensitive
Mick,
thing is Miloš Mitić. Dobro večer. Miloše, kako si? Miško, pozdravi ekipo iz Srbije, najbolje ste. He says, g'day or good evening from Serbia. Hello from Serbia. You are the best. No, you are the best. Ti si najbolje, Miloše. Miško.
Simply the best.
He's simply the best. You guys are all simply the best. We are having a midnight vibe. Dobro večer. Who said that? You
Botswana Papi.
Pappi. You have some hitting skills. Dobro večer, Pappi.
Bad.
Yeah. Well, you speak, but what's the language in Botswana?
Setswana. Setswana is one of the languages.
Okay, how do you say good evening, Setswana?
Dumelang. Dumelang.
Dumelang. Ooh, sounds so sexy. Dumelang.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to hear some what was it?
Setswana. Yeah. Oh, for sure. We will. We'll hear more Setswana rants, I'm sure.
Come on. I want to hear a Setswana rant.
Yeah. No. As definitely as the season goes, we will definitely be learning more Setswana.
A few drinks later. Right?
Yes.
Big up, guys. All right. So Chelsea could sell Loftus-Cheek, Chalobah, Pulisic. Yeah, Pulisic. That's you love Pulisic from America, right? So Ziyech, Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi, Bukayo, Mendy. We would take Ziyech to Manchester United.
Right wing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Anthony's position. He's not going to bring the Ziyech in. We don't need a Ziyech right now.
We don't need any Chelsea rejects.
Yeah.
Chelsea are placed to sell. However, they let Marina go. That's what I said. That was the queen of getting value out of outgoing players. 100%. She was immense. Unless they are doing something this summer, next one they will be hit with severe sanctions. Yes, sanctions and FFP. Seriously, they are in deep trouble, right? I mean, they looked at it, how they did the deals, like and overinflated the contracts. No, you can only do 5-year contracts, but they kind of got away by doing like a 7-year loophole, 8-year in payment plans. So it's definitely going to bite them. G-Live 10, big up, mate. Let him have Kane, 30 years old, not getting younger. It's not Benjamin Button, G-Live. You know what I mean? Everyone's seen Benjamin Button. It's not going to work like that. No, it's like that. Andy, big up, Andy. Breaking news, the sale has been delayed because Avram and Joel want to lose their virginity first before selling. Guys, you're crazy, man. I love this community. The newfound community. Cooper and Andy. Jesus Christ. God. Moderators. Don't make me read something that I regret and get banned on YouTube, guys. Sorry. But anyway, guys, I'm glad we're all happy. I'm glad we're playing the is it almost the last game of the season? It is Sunday is the last game, Fulham, when we're actually having the Mitrovic revenge. So let's talk about the lineup, guys. Let's do that. Eric and I will make the final decision on transfers. Yeah. So, guys, how excited are you about this one? Let's do the lineups. Do you want to do that? So, I think the way we can do it, we do it all together as a unit, as a community. So, let's do the lineup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now coming to the serious moment. Erik ten Hag had his presser, and what we learned is that Marcus Rashford is back. He is available for selection, and yes, no other doubts more than Scott McTominay is a little bit there. Of course, we know this. Donny van de Beek is out, Martinez, declared obvious, but it seems like we are a full squad. I'm not sure about Martial. Martial's fit. there was some rumblings that the reason why he got subbed up in the 65 minute because he had carried an injury, but he didn't look quite happy.
I heard that as well. I think it was on your earlier podcast today, wasn't it? I think somebody said it.
Yeah. But you saw his facial expression, like somebody pulled a wet fart when he got substituted. Like he was like, "Why me?" You know what I mean? Sorry, sorry for the language, people. Give me a red card.
I think he was literally. I think as he was going off, he was just thinking like, "Why am I going off? What have I done?" 65th minute.
Yeah,
and you mean Wiedeghorst on, who's not scored all season? It just, I
didn't make sense.
That
sub didn't make sense.
Didn't get it. If he wasn't injured, I do not get it. Unless he told him to do something he wasn't doing, or something like that. If he said stick to him on the left, or stick through the middle, and he kept going over to the left, or something like that. I don't know.
But I know what it was, Phil. I spoke to Botswana Papi, about this situation. So you know what it was? I heard from the from the dressing room that Ten Hag told Anthony, hey, bring my slippers. And he said, no, do it yourself. You're pretty fired. What do you think, Pappi?
No, seriously. I mean, I think it might have been one of those type of situations for real. I wouldn't put it past that because here's the thing. With Anthony, he's one of those people that, for me, I'm expecting a lot more from him moving forward, because he was on a little bit of a, upward trajectory, and then he's a little bit in a little bit of a turbulence, but that happens with progress. It's not always upward movement. Sometimes you have to have those dips so that you can actually spring up. So for me, he's one of those wingers that I have a lot more confidence in, and I feel like he deserves 1 or 2 more seasons to go, just as much as like Jack Grealish has.
Does he deserve it?
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves
it.
Yeah.
Jarvis, obviously he's been injured, but I don't know if there's something wrong with my eyes. I don't think I had a laser surgery just recently, so I'm crystal clear. But does it look like he put on a few pounds, like during his injury? Does he look a little bit heavier?
Yeah, the short answer is yes. I think he has gained some muscles. He's been pumping the iron. I don't know, but I think it takes time for him to all the time when you put on muscles. It takes time for the rest of the bone structure and to adapt. So it will probably lead to more injuries if you don't take care of it, because I don't think people should gain weight. We saw it on Lukaku when he came from Inter and to us. It didn't work. He was super
too bulky. Yeah.
Like, even Rashford had a period when he was bulking up, but then in this season he slimmed down again and he got back to his old self. So
Standish. I mean, could it be something else? Like, of course, he's a little bit rusty, hasn't played much. He's just getting into form. Like, he's been out of injury, a little bit off his pace. Like, the touches is not there. But we saw that it's coming. It's coming, and he got subbed off 65 minutes. Do you think he will start, mate?
I think it depends on the reason he was subbed off. Nobody knows. It was such early on in the game. We were chasing for a goal. And we were looking like we were going forward in the right way. I mean, I know as soon as he came off, we created a couple of chances, but I don't think that's just because. I mean, maybe he was a bit too static. He wasn't giving enough movement or something. Like always, not taking your chances, like we've seen all season. I don't know. I suppose it just depends how sharp he's been in training this week. Whether Sancho's been starting because he's seeing something different in training, or he's starting because Rashford's been out, or it's because of Garnacho's on his way back. I don't know. We have got a little bit of strength up front again now. We've got our whole team available up front for anyone we can choose from, and this will be really interesting to see who we picks, because it's a big game. It's a big game. It's bigger than the Fulham game, because if we can win this game tomorrow, get the 1 point, 3 points, whatever, get it sorted out. I know we'll want to win, but we can get it done, achieve our, and then it's
okay. On. Let's cut this crap. Let's go to the lineup picker, guys. Let's pick the team for tomorrow. Are we ready to do this? There's a guy coming in there, R10, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. All right, so this is what we're gonna build today. So guys, can you all see this, right? I just put it like a beehive. I just mix them up together, basically what I think, but at any moment we can just swap them out, right? Drag in, drag drop. Pappi, can you see this, right? Okay.
Yes, I can see it. I can see it.
So guys, I am going away. So we have to start with we just moved them, we shuffle them like a card, like a house of card. De Gea has to start in the back. We cannot start Oh, maybe we should play Lindelof as a goalkeeper and De Gea as a sweeper keeper, as a libero. No, sorry, just joking, man. So De Gea starts. Where do we go from there, guys? What do we pick? Shaw is left-sided left back.
Yeah.
That backline picks itself, I think.
It picks itself, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Shaw, Varane, Lindelof.
Varane, that side, Lindelof here, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a statement for Ten Hag to really tell Maguire that he's really not needed tomorrow, because something in me says also, if he wants to, soothe Maguire and tell him he wants to be there next season, he's gonna start him tomorrow.
Yeah.
But logic
no,
says
Maguire is out. Maguire is out the door, 100%. There's no returning back. I mean, obviously you can see by the number of picks and starts in the Premier League that he's not favored. And then, I don't think he wants to play like fifth fiddle in this team. He wants to have minutes. But if I'm saying, if you can sell him to England, to play only for England, if there was such thing, yeah, he will get picked by Southgate any given Sunday, guys. So yeah. Anyway, so that back four picks itself, like back five, I say. Right, we shuffle the deck a little bit. We have the midfield. All right. So I put in Casemiro, Fernandes, Eriksen. Casemiro starts.
100%, yeah.
Bruno starts. Eriksen.
Yep.
You agree?
Yeah, I think you've got to. That's your best best lineup when everyone's available.
Do you think it's going to be like a triangle like this, like Eriksen sitting a little bit deeper, and then you have, I don't know. Anyway, okay. Let's do like that. Bruno is 10, Eriksen there, Casemiro here. Cool. Rashford.
Yeah, what I like about Rashford on the left is his pace, and we play that ball over the top, down the wings. With Shaw back at left back, which we haven't had with Shaw and Rashford for a few games because of other injuries. Shaw does do a lot of that overlap run, just tucking down the outside, Rashford uses his pace. Shaw does the overlap. Rashford can cut inside. Yeah. Shaw drags players with him. So I think he probably, if Rashford is fully fit, he'll start Rashford tomorrow on the left wing. He won't start him up front. So it's whether he goes with Martial or Weghorst. Whether he uses Weghorst first because we'll have Rashford and Anthony back, because he likes to use the pace and use the one at the front to do a bit of what I call a Jesse Lingard role, where he just charges everybody and just chases them down until they make a mistake. It might be not scoring goals, but we also know that we were winning a lot of games when Weghorst was starting. So
Jarvis,
really go back to that tactic.
Yes, sir.
Where's Weghorst?
On the bench.
So you don't see.
But to be honest, I wouldn't start Martial. I wouldn't start him. There's 2 games left of the season. For me, he's booked his holidays. He's gone. He has nothing more to give this team. His attitude, his body language. I don't think he will give any more. So
everyone agrees that Rashford would start. Pappi?
I would start Rashford in the 9.
I would start Rashford. I don't think Ten Hag is going to start Rashford, just because, depending on what that illness was actually that he's coming from, it might be one of those things where Rashford might come in the second half, which for me, different to Phil's, pattern that he spoke about. I like I'm probably one of the few Manchester United fans who likes Man United when they play without Rashford first, and then Rashford comes in as an extra weapon to come and unlock a defense, and or come in when other fullbacks are tired. But you know,
Mick,
I
have you
feel
got
like
an ejector seat for Football Power Hour? He's talking nonsense.
I don't know what he's on about.
I'm not on the anti-Rashford agenda.
Boing. Do I have a boing? I don't know. Pappi, hit your did.
I have to say, actually, Garnacho is a little bit more in front of Rashford in the pecking order right now in terms of match rhythm and minutes.
Okay, so guys, we have a deadlock between here, right? Anthony Dos Santos starts 100%, right? We can agree on that.
That one, I think, is unanimous.
Yeah. That is unanimous. What is the VR room saying? Who is like, you know, you think Rashford? I have a theory, right? I agree that Martial will not start, and I believe that Rashford will start as a number 9, and this one is going for Garnacho.
I think Martial is gonna start.
What's the VR room saying?
Just trying to find it. There we go.
Bruno Marcus, Anthony does the horse. The horse is starting.
Yeah, it actually might be the horse and Bruno. Oh no!
Oh, the horse and Bruno.
We'll be playing for a draw. Marriage, and Hag will be playing for a draw then from the beginning.
Garnacho on the half, Marcus up front. Take off the horse. I believe following, and I have a sneaky feeling that it will be Rashford as a number 9. And I think it will be Garnacho on the left because he needs to get more minutes because of the FA Cup as well.
Yes.
Rafa, Linda, Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno, Anthony, Rashford, Garnacho. Peter Griffith. You know, the Family Guy. You are singing the same Spotify hymn shit as me, mate. 100%. Okay. All right. So what should we do with the broken Sancho? What should we do with the broken Sancho? What should we do with the broken Sancho?
Yeah, what's the alternatives? We could either play Rashford on the left, but then you have to start with Martial or Weghorst in the 9.
Yeah, John Johnson. I know John Johnson. You don't like Rashford.
Garnacho on the left and Rashford in the 9. But the problem is Garnacho has just came back. He's not fully fit yet, like stamina and all that. So
we got to pick 11 here.
Playing him for 10 minutes and 20 minutes the last 2 games.
Yeah,
is he ready to start a game? I don't think so. I think he can play like 45 minutes, but that's the max. And so we will probably need him on the game on Sunday.
I don't see the horse starting over Martial. I don't see it. Not for the Chelsea game. I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But we have to come to a consensus here, right? Rashford starts left, center.
I don't think we've not seen Rashford starting too much up front because it's his break down the wing that Ten Hag loves, playing down the wing and using that.
You know what, guys? I think this is the lineup that will stand like this tomorrow: Rashford, Martial, Anthony. I don't see Weghorst coming in. I will see it similar to what he did in the last game as well. He started Martial and subbed out Martial in the 65 for Weghorst. This is what I see happening. Weghorst is more of a rotational player, right? When you need more of a pressing, little bit of a dirty bastard thing, like, you know, they will chase the balls.
Let's mix it up a bit and stick Garnacho up front.
Garnacho?
Ooh. that would be experimental. That would be really nice. But
Garnacho up front. Now we got to be realistic for that.
We'll start with Martial and Rashford most likely.
People, do we agree with this lineup? Consensus? Can we have a vote?
Yeah. Can we just talk a little bit about the fullbacks?
Oh,
yes.
Because we have 2 fullbacks that fully fit in Malaysia and Daly.
Yep.
And they haven't played in a while.
I know.
Maybe Ten Hag want to rotate a little bit because we have a game on Sunday. And we want to keep everybody fully fit for the FA Cup final. We don't want to risk any injuries.
Don't you think he will play them on Fulham instead? Tomorrow is a very important game.
I think he's going to go with his strongest side tomorrow. He might do Dalot instead of Wan-Bissaka if he wants height. but I think he'll stick with Shaw. He's obviously, I think he plays great at left back.
No, I agree with you, Jarvis is saying, but at the end of the day, tomorrow is to secure 1 point at least, and 3 points is a must.
And Fulham's going to give us a kick in as well. Fulham are going to come in dirty, like Stoke on a Friday night.
Well, Fulham, I can see, like, he's sticking a Maguire on what's his name, Mitrovic.
Maguire, McTominay, Fred.
We're definitely going to try and play our strongest 11 tomorrow to try. We're playing it as if it's a final. You got to approach it like it's the FA Cup final. So he might, barring obviously Chelsea propose different things compared to Manchester City, but the whole approach and mentality of it is you have to win the game tomorrow, and that's what Ten Hag said in his press conference.
Kush is saying, "What was that? Kush, come back." Mudryk is the Ukrainian Dan James. Mick. Yeah. Okay, guys, we have to come a consensus. Should we just go close the shop here? Because is this the starting 11 that we Cocky 11? Cocky?
Yeah. I agree.
VR room. All good. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Remember, this is not our 11. This is our combined everyone in consensus 11. So if we get it right tomorrow, it's all celebration because all of the community also contributed and picked this 11. Okay? Fair play, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
I'm just trying to read all the comments at the same time. There's a lot of comments in there, which is great, but it's hard to keep on top of everything.
Moderators.
Just checking the last set of comments. There you go. We've got a bit of a comment on Wan-Bissaka will play stronger defensively. Sancho loves dancing like Lingard's. Let me become our cheerleader on high heels. I'm done with him. Bit harsh. I don't like you. You just fell out of here.
This means the pom-poms as well.
Yeah, that's it on comments, I think. Got John Johnson
just a little
bit.
I know. John is doesn't
sell
like
Sancho to the stands to sell popcorn. Harsh.
Harsh.
He's got his goals and assists. Moving on.
And moving on.
Mick, should we give them 20 seconds for a super chat?
Is there if they want? If they want, I know what John Johnson's going to do here. If you do that, please don't give John Johnson because he's going to put Rashford in jail. He always puts Rashford in jail, man. So please, you better close the clock because John Johnson will hit the. Yeah. Hey Jay, how are you doing, mate? Good evening, chaps. Garnacho deserves a start. Yeah, I'm absolutely singing your tune, Jay. How are things with you, mate? I love that picture, by the way. Ocean picture.
I think when you see what Ten Hag's done with Garnacho and Sancho all season, he's give one a start and rested and swapped them on from the bench. And usually the bench substitution has been the one who's made the impact. So if Garnacho starts, Sancho comes on and makes a difference. If Sancho starts, Garnacho comes on and makes a difference. So it could be, obviously, Sancho started a few games recently. Maybe Garnacho is ready to start. Or maybe that Ten Hag does like the fact that Garnacho comes on and just has that extra energy of pace and that desire to get that goal. And do you start with that or do you bring it on at the end?
Phil, you're giving PTSD because last time you ranted and I wanted to close the shop, John Johnson came in with the override super chat. It didn't come.
Okay, let's go. Close.
Let's close the shop before John Johnson hits
one more comment.
Hey, welcome, Saragon McKenney. 𝑷𝒉𝒊𝒔𝒕 𝑀𝑽 Linda Rock. Yeah, Linda Rock. I love that name. 𝑴𝒊𝒄𝒌 Carlos. Who's Carlos? Ericsson. Who's Carlos?
Casemiro.
I think it's Casemiro.
Casa. Ericsson, Bruno, Garnacho, Martial, Anthony. Oh, I love a Garnacho, to be honest. Yeah.
The thing with Garnacho, he's the only one who can take on his man. We have Anthony, he always stop and pass back. Same with Sancho and Rashford. He can take on his man, but he do it with pace. But Garnacho, he really goes straight at his man.
Rashi and Sancho as impact subs for Martial and Ericsson. Yeah, you speak sense, man. This is what I was thinking too. And I said that at Mr. Structure's stream yesterday. I start Rashford on the bench and bring him on. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rashi and Sancho. I want Erik ten Hag to be bold and start Maguire as a target man. Google this. That's what we have, Bold Trafford. guys, we have to close this shop. To be honest, right? Are we having? We are like we're like no V to this. I want to believe in the yeah. Big up John Johnson. That was a mature call. That's it. John Johnson didn't know right. Let's close this. We all agree. We're worth it. We're worth it. We're worth it. We worked hard for this community. Big up for all of you. No, no veto. I love the show, guys. Big up John Johnson. Thank you for your donation. I was expecting you to say no, Rashford, but okay. Love you back, bro. Love you back.
Veto,
Anytime.
Very good. Very good.
Jono, anytime you want to come in and have a say, the mic is yours as well, man. Yalle Malin. Yalle Malmin, Shaw, Varane, Maguire, Lindelof, Aaron Van Bissaka, Casemiro, Bruno, Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, a 5-2-2 formation.
Interesting.
5-2-2. Interesting. Parking the bus? Oh, don't think so, mate.
That
all right,
will
guys.
get us the point for sure.
Going once, going twice, and super thanks for John Johnson as well for contributing as well. This deserves something really nice, to be honest, guys. Well, what does this mean for us in terms of getting 1 point? Does it mean like 3 points? Anyone? I posed the question. What's the difference of finish fourth or third?
Yeah, there's not that much of a difference for me. I actually feel like it would be better for us as a collective if we finished fourth and still won both cups, both domestic cups. That would be give Tenhag like something like third would be another step, but at the end of the day, we want to win every game. That's the approach. That's the mentality that Ten Hag is selling. And he said dominant football. If you listen to his press conference today, you will realize the keywords, the buzzwords that he's been saying is dominant football. Is we want to come out here and dominate and win every single game. So I love that mentality. I want to adopt it moving forward. And I feel like we have to go ahead and just secure third position.
We have to. Jarvis?
We have to.
You agree? We have to?
Yeah.
3 points,
I'm
third
sure,
or fourth?
I always thought that if we ended in fourth place, we had to go to an extra round of qualifying. But I read a little bit about it the other day, and it said it has something to do with ranking, and Arsenal and Newcastle is ranked beneath us in the European Championship ranking. So we don't have to go for an extra round if we get fourth. So then it doesn't matter for me if we third or fourth.
United, Standish?
For me, I want to go for third, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because all you hear all the time from United fans and from fans from other teams is how well a manager did, what position they finished in, and that'll be it. We finished below Newcastle. We finished fourth. If we can finish third, and we've got the opportunity because Newcastle dropped points. If they didn't drop those points, it may be a different game because you're fighting against a losing battle. But they have, and we have got the opportunity to take it. And I know Ten Hag will come out guns blazing, trying to get those points early on. Maybe 60th, 70th minute to try to cut it down if we're not doing it and take the point. But I think from to start off, he'll go guns blazing and go for the 3 points and nothing less.
And Phil, Mick, and Jarvis, it's more, for me, it's bigger than third or fourth. It's about June 3rd. The next 2 games are really preparation for Ten Hag to be saying, this is how we want to play, because June 3rd is bigger than everything that's happened this season. If Ten Hag can make sure that he stops Man City from doing the treble, he will be an even bigger legend than he already is right now. And that is where, for me, the passion of as a Manchester United fan, stop Pep Guardiola by all means. Ten Hag, it's in your hands.
Pappi, you know what's bigger?
What's bigger?
This. Can somebody remove the Jarvis 10 so we can see the video? Pappi, knock knock.
Who there?
Here's what's coming.
Where's the next year? Istanbul or where? Chelsea fan. Yeah. Book the hotel. Put it in the diary. Yeah.
Book the hotel, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Brilliant.
Oh, the champions! That's what he needs to play for them to motivate them.
You want to see it again because maybe it was too fast? You want to see it again?
Why not? Do it,
Okay.
Mick.
I just I just did it today. Hang on.
Where's the next year? Istanbul or where? Chelsea fan. Yeah. Book the hotel. Put it in the diary. Yeah.
Book the hotel.
We will be there. We'll be at the hotel.
Oh, this is the best part of finishing in top third or fourth or something, and basically the Scouse is finishing fifth and playing in Europa League. Welcome back to Thursday nights. You know what we suffered this year? This song. Whoa, whoa. This destroyed our season, basically playing Thursday, Sundays,
Wow.
right?
Tough season.
We deserve it.
But you know what, Mick?
What?
You're challenging the football gods with this. Liverpool can still beat us.
No. One game less, man.
We need,
Jarvis.
we still need 1 point.
Jarvis,
Stranger
don't do
things have happened in football.
I know I've seen the
Yeah.
Netflix Stranger Things, but it's not the parallel world. Come on, man.
I don't want to take anything for granted.
I'm
We're
with
playing-
you, Jarvis. I've just got to wait until it's done.
VAR room. Do I get a red card here? Please help me out.
on the Stranger Things pun. Oh no, Chelsea are now not 11. They're now 12, right? I was gonna say 11, but never mind. We're not playing 11. We're playing 12.
Yeah.
So
Points
You
total is
know.
impressive. Like if we would get 75 points, I would say my dream target was to get to 80 this season because we haven't done that since Mourinho time. But anyway, fantastic if we finish third for me.
Mhm.
Man, I booked the hotel, but they're now asking me to pay up. What do I do, guys? Should I tell Jürgen he's paying? Book the hotel, yeah. The clubs. Yeah, brilliant, guys. I had a lot of fun doing this little bit of bands for you guys. This is all for you guys, huh? This is what we do here. We have positive energy. But listen, we have to go to the final round. In the final round, you know what's coming, right? Do you know what's wrong?
What's
Nah,
the
no
final
worries.
round?
Top fours. What is the final? What are we going to do?
Scores.
Jarvis. Yeah. All right. Let's get down to business. This is the final thing what we do before we close the shop, and that is the score prediction. Knowing that Frank is rolling in with half of squad, some players are in wheelchair back home. They're going to get capitulated. They're going to get absolutely spanked. Jarvis, you're the most pessimistic person that I know so far. Footballing gods. Jarvis, Oslo, no, Tromsø. This is like Eurovision Song Contest. I call you up. Can I have your score, please?
Yeah, so this is Tromsø calling. I give United 1 point.
1 point. Royaume-Uni, 1 point.
No, to be real, I think it will be a tight game. We don't have any goal scorers at the moment. Rashford isn't firing on all cylinders. The only goal scorer I think we have is Garnacho, and he probably won't start. So I expect a low scoring game. We will struggle, but hopefully we will get 1 goal. So my prediction is 1-0.
1-0. Jarvis, they're coming to Old Trafford.
It's my prediction.
You shall not pass.
Sorry.
Yeah, there is Ayush. I was just thinking about you. The Mr. Positive. He came in with 18-0. This is the record for Ayush Gill. The biggest he's came in with 9-0, or was it 99-0? 3-0 United, 3-0. Big up, Peter. I will go to you, Phil Standish. Are you more positive?
I am. I think we're going to do it tomorrow. We're at Old Trafford. The place will be absolutely bouncing. Like I said in many podcasts recently, we've been creating so many chances. We just need to take them. And I think that we'll have been working on our finishing in training all week. And I think we're going to win 2-0.
2-0.
I'd like to say 3, but I think it's going to be 2.
Clean sheet. 1. If Sheridan, you know what? If we get a clean sheet, that's David de Gea's 17th clean sheet.
All we need is a clean sheet. That's it. We've done.
All we need is clean sheet. All right. Pappi, the final vote goes to Power Hour.
The final vote goes to me. I will go for a bold, fearless 2-0. 2-0 because Casemiro is back. He's found his rhythm. He's found his post suspension. Casemiro he was still in turbulence, and ever since that his performance at the Vitality Stadium, I think the engine is back and the team is going to be teaming more than ever, and we're going to be seeing total domination football. Matter of fact, I have a lot of confidence in that Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno triangle to give us 2 goals. Eriksen will give us a goal from a long-range effort or from a free kick because Kepa is just a flower in front of goals. Casemiro or maybe Bruno might have the second goal, but Eriksen is definitely scoring.
Miloš Metić, prognoza za sutra, koji rezultat očekujete? Ja, prognoza 2-0. Miloš is saying 2-0 for Manchester, so he's towing your line too, Phil. All right. Listen. 3-0. Imran. Yeah. Have you seen the Zoolander movie with Ben Stiller? Have you seen that movie? You know which movie it is? He's all about the fitness and the competing about his gym and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, he loses the deal and he sees like he eats a bucket of chicken. Is very fat. This is Fat Frank, right? You know that end scene. Like, oh, he's sitting there, it's totally fat. I think I don't agree with you 1-0. Of course, they have nothing to play for. They don't have any. I mean, half of the squad is gone. I think he's going to park the bus. He doesn't have a clear playing style. He doesn't even know what to play. So it's going to be like Ole Gunnar freestyle football, but it's going to be Lampard freestyle football. So they're going to run around like headless chickens. But I believe he's going to park the bus for sure. But I think that we are, it's going to be a high-scoring line tomorrow. I think it's going to be a 3-0. Somebody wrote 3-0. I say 3-0 too. But hell, I want to see 4-0.
Ooh.
3-0. Imran, you're my man. Talk to me later. Jay, you're my man. Okay, clip this. 3-0. Cooper Andy, 3-0. We're buddies for life now. 4-0. 4-0. We will see. Yeah, we love to see that happening, guys. Listen,
100% Peter, and scoring it early as well. That's the difference.
First goal is key. Yeah, definitely. Who will score then? Where's the goals coming from, guys?
Depends on the starting lineup, but I think Anthony's getting closer and closer to a goal. I'm going to go on Anthony and Rashford.
Yeah, I want to see somebody get on the ball from Wan-Bissaka, cross, diagonal crosses when it comes to the byline and does the crossing, because there was 3 chances in the last game when nobody was at the 6-yard box to tap it in, knock it in. I want to see more runners tomorrow. So yeah, 100%. Guys, you've been absolutely smashing tonight. Jamie Wayne, Fat Frank will have a halftime Domino's pizza order. You see like Domino's pizza coming down at Old Trafford. Pizza for Frank.
Other pizzas are available.
They're gone. No, you don't get that at Old Trafford. Casemiro and Anthony will score. John Johnson. Yeah, Casemiro. Yeah, what a beautiful bicycle goal he did, right? Anthony too, funny. Bruno and Rashi. Yeah, it's a good shout. I think that Dos Santos is due to score, right? On his right foot. On his right foot.
Do you know what I would like to happen? I would like Rashford to score, just so he gets his confidence back and he's firing again before the final against City. That will be the best thing. We need a Rashford goal tomorrow.
It's been a while.
We need a goal from him.
We need for this confidence to take the momentum into the FA Cup and finish strong, because the reason why I want us to finish third, because you carry that into the preseason and you carry that in your memory to the next season. So finishing third is my preferred position right now. I'm getting giddy, but anyway, guys, we're done 1 hour and 4 minutes. Everyone is tired. Phil, you're in a hotel room about to knock and sleep, I guess. We'll be back tomorrow, will we? Big up Mick, Jarvis, Phil, and Pappi, aka 10 Army. Yeah, we are 10. This is 10 Ruby, 10 Standish, 10 Jarvis, 10 Pappi. There's 10 of those puppies, yeah? Pappi Kulo. 10
You
Pappi.
already
I like
know.
this one. You know, tomorrow, Friday, actually, we're doing Pappi Hour.
Yes. Happy
hour.
Happy
You know,
hour. Happy hour.
We're co-hosting, me and Pappi. But I call it, instead of happy hour, I call it Pappi Hour. You know, it's going to be a lot of energy. And am I the defending reigning champion? I'm going to go.
You will be defending it. You will be defending it, and I hope Jarvis will be there, and I hope Phil will be there too. By the way, so you know,
Phil's got no chance tomorrow, mate. He got a 5-hour drive tomorrow after a meet. I've got a meeting in the morning, then a 5-hour.
No, Friday,
drive,
mate.
so.
Friday.
Oh,
Friday.
Friday.
I'm away Friday for the whole weekend. But thank you for the invite, mate. Definitely
we'll
one time I will get on
We'll
the.
figure out.
Yes. It's gonna be a fun
beautiful
time, though. It'll be a party. So
you guys been amazing in the VR room, the VER room. Hugs to all in the room. God bless to all of you. We had over 300 chat messages in here. You've been chatting away with each other. What a positive community we have. Garnacho, Rashford, Strelici, Možda i Bruno. Yes, Miloš is all positive. He wants Garnacho, Rashford. Maybe he thinks the Garnacho, Rashford, and maybe Bruno will score. You see, I speak Serbian in a way, but I'm very bad at reading, Miloš, so you can understand. Like, you know, I'm dyslexic. You know. Anything else?
No, that's it, mate. I think everyone's agreed that we'll come to the end.
I'm just waiting for Pappi's language skills to say, like, you know.
Oh, well, let us we can end it on a Setswana word and say Pula. Yeah. Pula. Yeah. That's
okay.
How
what means Pula?
No, it's like how we say, like, it's a celebratory, like it's our cheers, it's our, like, you know.
Okay, so we will end this stream by Pappi by saying Pula. Right?
Yes.
Everyone, big up. We see you tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow? We have the lineup warm up as usual. Pappi's doing the. Are you doing the watch along? Right.
Of course, I'm doing a watch along on Football Power Hour. Subscribe there and make sure you check it out and you know, hit the like button.
Power, because I cannot do watch alongs. So I let Power Hour do the watch alongs. That's fine. But me and Jarvis, we come in and do the warm up. We do the stretch up together, the build up, the gas up of the game, and then we see all each other here. You know what I mean? Not like it. Not like not like this. That's so bad. You pull a hamstring, guys. So, guys, see you tomorrow.
Mick, one thing. I saw John Johnson was requesting the special segment of the show.
Which one? Which one?
What's outside Jarvis's window?
What's outside Jarvis's window?
Okay, let's see.
Midnight hour. Right.
It's 12 o'clock in Norway. Still light outside.
Still like 12 o'clock in UK. That is insane. It's midnight hour. Look at that, people. Look at that. It's in very northern Norway. You know, look it up in the map. It's called Tromsø, right? How far up in Norway is this? It's very north up.
It's
border with Russia.
68 degrees north. Look it up on the map.
Whoa. Look at that, people. That is amazing. That's sick. 12 o'clock midnight. And it's like daylight. Do you have like a dimmer button or something? Just go-
Incredible. How are you gonna go to sleep? You got an eye mask or something?
iPad, eye mask.
Is the club open right now when the sun is out? Like, what is the bar
Yeah, it's like
open?
you're coming out from Greece, been partying like 6 a.m. in the morning, and you see like, oh, what happened? Like, you know,
Mhm.
yeah.
But, you know, we deserve it because in the winter time it's dark all
Super
the time.
dark.
We have like
Dark.
5 months without sun, and then you
Alright.
have summertime and you have sun 24 hours.
Any last requests before we close the shop?
Nah, all there, mate.
All good.
No, no, it's
Going
that
once, going twice. Nosta, yes. Nosta. So what was it? What we were supposed to say in your language?
Hula.
Hula. Okay. Going once. Let's say
Hula.
1, 2. See you guys tomorrow. By the way, check out. I will post out the links tomorrow. There will be the warm up. Pappi will do the watch along for those that like watch along, and then we see each other for post match reaction. Before you guys, the channel is the best. No, you guys are the best.
Oh,
Remember, you're always the best. But before we go, everyone in the VR room, you know, remember this. If we can take away G Live's comment as well.
Trying. There we go.
Okay. We will finish the stream by Pappi's celebration. And remember, this stream was dedicated to Tina Turner. Remember, simply the best. You are simply the best. 1, 2, 3. Boola! Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us in the socials.